million possible
You will make a fitting trainer. I will get much use out of you.
This is
I acknowledge the raw strength you possess, but your power lacks justice.
Is fed a cookie and instantly die like they do.
I did not expect to find one of your strength. This is how it is.
Well, in Bedrock Edition, they actually exist. These baby squids will spawn naturally in your Bedrock world, however, it does make me a bit sad that they aren't in Java. Baby squids,
You can level anything would dream of.
Not only spawn naturally in your world on Bedrock, but in Java, oh wait, they don't exist. Have you ever felt that armor stands in Java are missing a little something? Well, in Bedrock Edition, armor stands actually have actual arms, whereas in Java, they don't. I guess Bedrock stole Java's arms? Is this item called an enchanted golden apple or an enchanted apple? Technically, both are correct, as in Bedrock they're known as enchanted apples, and in Java they're called enchanted golden apples. If you have a spare fire aspect book, then try using it on a campfire. This is because in Bedrock you can light a campfire by right-clicking with a fire aspect book. This also works on candles. Just hit it with a fire aspect book and there you go. However, be careful with your fire aspect books around TNT, because if you touch it, it will ignite. You don't have to worry about this on Java though, as nothing happens. Oh, look at me. I accidentally put the campfire out. Not to worry, let me just set myself on fire. That's right, you can relight campfires with your burning body, which is a bit weird. That's right, on Bedrock, if you're ever on fire, just stand on top of an unlit campfire because it will light it. I'm not so sure if you'll survive though. Can you use bone meal on sugarcane? Well, if you're a Java player, you're likely to say no, but in Bedrock Edition, you can use bone meal on sugarcane, which is... Oh, why isn't this a feature on Java, man? I have to wait ages for the sugarcane to grow. Have you ever noticed that chests look a bit strange in your hotbar? That's because in Bedrock Edition they're displayed as a full chest block, whereas in Java they're a lot smaller. In Bedrock Edition, cauldrons have an exclusive feature where you can apply dye colours to water. This is a cool feature as you can have a bunch of cauldrons that are all different water colours. If you try to do this in Java, well, nothing happens. In Bedrock, you can also use these respective colours. In Java, you are only able to dye armor through the crafting recipe. You can, however, use the cauldrons to remove the dye from the armor in Java, which is pretty cool, I guess. Have you ever wanted to attach your mod to a wall by using a lead? Well, in Bedrock you can, whereas in Java you can only place leads on fences. In Bedrock Edition, witches are very aggressive, as they'll even go as far as to attack an iron golem. In Java Edition, they're a little bit more chill, as they won't attack an iron golem unless they're provoked. Oh no, this is not good. I'm drowning. I'm gonna die. Oh wait, I could just place down a door to save myself. Wait, what's going on? Why am I still drowning? Oh wait, you can't use doors as air pockets in Bedrock. It only works in Java. Wait, no! Pillagers are a bit more useful in Bedrock Edition, as they have a chance to drop up to 2 arrows upon death. In Java Edition, however, they don't drop anything, which is a little bit disappointing. Have you ever noticed that the Wither is considerably harder on Bedrock when you increase the difficulty? On Bedrock, if you have the difficulty set to hard mode, the Wither has 300 hearts of health instead of 150, whereas the Java's Wither stays at 150 hearts of health no matter the difficulty. Totems of Undying behave differently on Bedrock compared to Java, but this detail is so small it's hard to even notice. So when the totem is used on Bedrock, you get Regeneration 2 for 40 seconds, but on Java it lasts for 45 seconds. When you see a cauldron at a swamp hut in Java Edition, it's not really that exciting as it's always empty. In Bedrock, however, cauldrons have a chance to be filled with a random potion. Bedrock's wandering traders are a bit smarter than their Java counterpart. This is because if hostile mobs approach a wandering trader on Bedrock, they'll instantly drink an invisibility potion, but on Java they just kind of run for their lives. Sometimes Bedrock Edition can feel a little bit dated, especially since they still use the old splash sound when you land in water. I have to say though, this water sound is super nostalgic. It takes me back to the old days of Minecraft. Being able to destroy a water source block with a torch in Java Edition is a bit of a strange feature. Now Bedrock Edition knows this is a strange feature and decided not to include it. Oh dear, I don't have any shears to carve my pumpkin. Does this mean I can't create an iron golem? Not to worry, as in Bedrock Edition, it doesn't matter which type of pumpkin you use, you will still be able to make the iron golem regardless. Oh, and this also works with snow golems. In Java, trading with villagers is like a box of chocolates. You never really know what you're going to get. But in Bedrock Edition, it's a bit different as the villager will display the next set of trades available. In Java Edition, there is a feature known as quasi-connectivity, which is technically a bug that allows you to power a piston diagonally or 2 blocks above. In Bedrock Edition, however, this feature does not exist at all, which means there's less ways to power pistons. If you have a bee nest nearby, make sure to remove any berry bushes, as on Bedrock Edition, bees will take damage if they touch them. On Java Edition, bees don't take damage from berry bushes. It's a well-known fact that piglins in Minecraft do not like saltfire, as they will always run away if they're nearby. In Bedrock, not only are piglins scared, they're also paranoid, as they will still run away from extinguished soul campfires despite not being lit. While this feature isn't in Java Edition, it's likely a bug in Bedrock. And finally on our list, in Bedrock Edition, the crossbow's loading animation is completely different to Java's crossbow. Lots of things in Minecraft make no sense, and you should watch this video to find out why.
Yeah.
Today, we show the trailer for Minecraft War in 2024. Go to Minecraft a release date for one anyways, in my screen trailer, you can see sneak peeks of some of the new 1.21 features such as the new blocks and the new blocks. So in this video, I thought I would recap every new feature I've covered already for Minecraft's newest update. Minecraft has added new chickens. First up, we have the cold chicken.
You're the best,
almost.
This new variant of chicken can spawn in a variety of cold temperature biomes. These include the taiga biomes, the snowy taiga biomes, and finally the windswept biomes. It's also worth noting that regular chickens can no longer spawn in these cold temperature biomes, as this cold chicken will now take its place with its cool haircut. Not only do cold chickens have an awesome haircut, they can also lay their own unique eggs. These blue eggs are of course used to spawn cold chickens, but you can also craft cakes with them just like the regular eggs. The other chicken type that was added is the warm chicken. Now the warm chicken looks like this and can spawn in a variety of warm biomes such as the savanna, the jungle, and the badlands. These guys will also lay brown eggs that look like this, which when thrown will of course have a chance to hatch a warm chicken. The desert biome is receiving a glow up in 1.21.5. That's right, in deserts you can now find the cactus flower, which looks like this. This is a new type of flower which has a chance of generating on cactuses in both deserts and badland biomes. What's interesting is if a cactus is 1 or 2 blocks high, the cactus flower has a 10% chance to grow instead of the cactus getting higher. Desert biome should also look a bit more lively in this update, as you can now also find this new short dry grass that looks like this. Oh, there's also a tall version of the dry grass as well. Now the next feature we're going to talk about are the long-awaited fireflies. So I'm sure most of you know, fireflies were planned to be added as a mob back in the 1.19 Wild update. These fireflies were a 2-pixel mob and they were going to spawn in swamp biomes at night and could be eaten by frogs. However, the devs decided to scrap this version of the firefly mob and we didn't get it up until 1.21. That's why Minecraft's newest update has re-added the firefly.
Awesome. Let's see. I was just going into zero gravity. These vibrations are rocking them right to sleep.
At the Living Spaces Sleep Center, shop our collection of adjustable bases, and for a limited time, save up to $400 on the Diamond Generations adjustable base set.
At least this base makes night beating so much easier.
You mean more adjustable?
Living spaces.
Oh, I can't even talk right now. It's so good. Jerry Rice in the house. This is gonna be epic.
Minecraft's newest update has re-added the firefly. Well, sort of.
The grass of the Supreme God's world was usually green and soft. It was the most beautiful grass. It was black. It was red with a cold purple. The fire did not heat. Cold. It made the air inside of a freezer. His skin was cut and bruised. His clothes were torn. God of creation. Very weak. He cried. He looked up. Monster looked exactly like Son Goku, but it was wrong. It was a dark grey. The eyes were not white and warm. They were red and empty. There was no soul in those eyes. Goku smiled. It was amazing. It raised its hand. Like lightning. Shin tried to stand up. He tried to use his magic. Then Lord Beerus would die too. That was the rule of the gods, done by Muse. Sent his assassin here. The void Goku. Shin closed closed his eyes. Spiky hair. It was the real Goku. The blue energy. The two energies the ground cracked. The black grass was blown away. Shin was thrown backward. He rolled on the ground. He stopped near Goku was standing. He was in his suit. His He looked confused for a second. He smiled. He forward so fast he turned into a blue blur. Punched the Void Goku in the face. It was a solid hit. The Void Goku's head snapped back. It did not fly away. It just stood there. It slowly turned its head back to look. There was no mark on its face. It was like hitting a shadow. Goku was surprised. He thought that punch should have hurt him. The Void Goku punched back. His face exploded purple flames. Goku crossed his arms to block. The punch hit Goku's arms. Bam! The force was incredible. It was heavier than a normal punch. It felt like a mountain crashing into him. Goku was knocked backwards. His feet dug into the ground. He left two long trenches in the dirt as he slid back. He shook his arms. They were numb. He thought, wow, this guy is strong. He hits harder than a real me. The Void Goku did not wait. It flew at Goku. It started punching. Left, right, left, right. Goku dodged. He weaved. He blocked. He was fighting for his life. Every time the Void Goku punched, the air cracked. The shockwaves were destroying the planet. The beautiful mountains in the distance were crumbling. The rivers were boiling. Shin watched from behind the rock. He was terrified. He had never seen two Gokus fight. It was like watching a mirror break. Just then, there was another sound. Whoosh. A second figure appeared in the sky. It was Vegeta. He had just arrived from Namek. He looked down at the battle. He saw the two Gokus. He saw the purple fire. He saw Shin hiding. Vegeta frowned. He said, "What is this nonsense? Why is Kakarot fighting himself?" Vegeta flew down. He landed next to Shin. He looked at the injuries on the Supreme Kai. He said, "Are you alive, Kai?" Shin nodded weakly. He said, "Yes, Vegeta. Please, you have to help him. That thing, it is a Void clone. It is made of Kamba's energy. It wants to kill me to kill Lord Beerus." Vegeta looked at the fake Goku. His eyes narrowed. He said, "A fake Kakarot. That is the most annoying thing I have ever heard. One Kakarot is bad enough." Vegeta powered up. His hair turned dark blue. His muscles grew larger. He entered his royal blue form. He shouted, "Hey, fake Kakarot, look over here." The Void Goku stopped punching Goku. It looked at Vegeta. Vegeta smirked. He said, "You are ugly." You have no style. Let me fix your face. Vegeta flew forward. He did not hold back. He kicked the Void Goku in the stomach. The Void Goku bent over. Vegeta clasped his hands together. He slammed them down on the Void Goku's back. Wham! The Void Goku slammed into the ground. A crater formed. But before Vegeta could celebrate, Goku dissolved. It turned into black smoke. Vegeta landed. He looked around. He said, "Where did he go? Did he run away?" Goku floated down. He said to be careful, Vegeta. I can't sense his energy. It's like he isn't even there. Suddenly, the ground erupted. A giant hand made of black energy shot up from the dirt. It grabbed Vegeta. It squeezed him. Vegeta shouted, "Gar, let go of me." He tried to burn the hand with his Kai, but the hand absorbed his energy. The black smoke reformed. The Void Goku appeared behind Vegeta. It placed its hand on Vegeta's head. It was going to blast him. Goku shouted, "Vegeta, move." Goku fired a ki blast. The blast hit the Void Goku. It distracted him. Vegeta broke free from the giant hand. He jumped away. He was breathing hard. He said, "This thing is annoying. It keeps changing shape. It eats energy." Goku said, "Yeah, it's like Umber, but faster. And it fights like me. It knows all my moves." Suddenly the sky ripped open. A third figure arrived. It was Gohan. He stepped out of the warp tunnel. He was still in his base form. His ki was torn from the fight on Earth. He looked tired, but his eyes were sharp. He looked down and saw the chaos. He saw the burning world. He saw his father and Vegeta fighting the dark copy. Gohan flew down instantly. He landed between the Saiyans and the monster. He looked at the Void Goku. He sensed the energy. It was cold and empty. It felt like death. Gohan said, "Dad, Vegeta, are you okay?" Goku said, "Hey son, glad you made it. This guy is tough. He is a copy of me." Gohan looked at the copy. The Void Goku looked at Gohan. For the first time, the monster showed an emotion other than hate. It showed fear. It sensed the dragon mark on Gohan's chest. It sensed the golden energy of Zalama. The Void Goku hissed. It stepped back. It knew that Gohan was dangerous. Gohan said, "Get back. I will handle this. This creature is made of void magic. Physical attacks won't work well. You have to use soul pressure." Vegeta said, "Don't tell me what to do, boy. I know how to fight." Gohan ignored him. He walked toward the Void Goku. He did not power up the beast. He did not turn Super Saiyan. He just walked. He focused on the mark on his chest. He let the golden light leak out. The light touched the dead grass. The grass turned green. The light touched the air. The cold vanished. The Void Goku screeched. The light hurt him. It was like acid to the monster. The Void Goku fired a Kamehameha. The beam was black. It was massive. It took Greetings. He raised one hand. He caught the beam. His hand was glowing gold. The black energy hit his hand and sizzled. It evaporated. Gohan crushed the beam in his palm. He continued to walk. He said, "You are not real. You are a bad memory. You have no place in this world." The Void Goku was panicked. He tried to run. But Gohan was too fast. Gohan appeared in front of it. He placed his palm on the monster's chest.
I'll wipe you out in one blow!
It turned to nothing. A pulse of golden light shot through the monster. The Void Goku froze. Cracks of gold light appeared on its skin. It opened its mouth to scream, but only light came out. It shattered. It turned into thousands of gold sparkles that faded away. The fight was over. Silence returned to the Supreme Kai's world. Goku sat down on the ground. He wiped sweat from his face. He said, "Wow, Gohan. He'd learned some cool stuff from that Dragon God." Vegeta crossed his arms. He grunted. Beerus is fading. He looked at Gohan with tears in his I took too much damage, he might have into the roots. Inside it was dark. There was a floating ring. He was snoring. Snoring was growing and shrinking from his nose. But something was wrong. Beerus was stretching. He looked like he was having a nightmare. And on his chin was a faint black mark. Like a bruise. He said, "Oh no, the link." But because he is asleep, itself. Avoid closely. He could see the void was trying to take over Beerus's body. If it reached his heart, Beerus would not die. He would take it would be the end of everything. Goku said, "Wake him up. We have to wake him up." Counted. Lord Beerus, wake up. But he didn't. In pain. His body was shutting down to fight the infection. Gohan placed his hand. Tried to purify the infection, like he did with the crystal seed on Earth. The infection was inside a god of destruction. Beerus's
Are you ready for this?
Crashing with Gohan's golden ball of energy. Sparks flew. Force him and might blow him up. She panicked. What do we do if he doesn't wake up? This is the electrical cube. He's bringing Broly and the others back to the palace. We are on the suddenly, a voice echoed in the cave. It was a raspy old voice. It was the old guy. He walked out from the shadows. He was holding a crystal ball. He looked serious. He said, "There is only one way to wake him up. You have to shock his system. You have to make him feel a power that threatens his ego. A destroyer cannot sleep if he feels a rival." Goku scratched his head. He said, "A rival? You mean like another god of destruction?" Old guy nodded. He said, "Yes. But we don't have Champa here, and we don't have time to get him. One of you has to do it. One of you has to..."
I will destroy every last universe.
Vegeta stepped forward. He said, "I will do it. I have the power of destruction. I learned it from Beerus. I will flare my energy to the maximum. It will wake him up." Old Kai shook his head. He said, "No. Your destruction energy is strong, Vegeta, but it is still mortal. It feels like an imitation to him. He will just ignore it in his sleep. We need something that feels ancient, something that feels like a threat to his position." Old Kai looked at Gohan. He looked at the mark on Gohan's chest. He said, "He carries the mark of Zala. If Gohan flares that power right in Beerus's face..." Gohan was hesitant. He said, "Are you sure?" His hair grew long and
Come
silky.
on.
Around him. The cave shook. The pressure was immense. It was heavy. It felt like the sky was falling. He pushed his guy directly at Beerus. The reaction was instant. Wide. They were furious. He felt a massive divine power looming over him. His instinct took over. He exploded from his body. It blew the roof of the cave. It blew Goku and Vegeta out of the tunnel. Gohan stood his ground. He held up a shield. Forces ground against each other. Purple against gold. The sound was deafening. He shouted. There's this one. There's challenge. Gohan. Second. He just saw him. Beerus raised his hand. A ball. He used the gun. He turned his shield into a mirror. The Kai ball hit the mirror and bounced off. It flew up into the sky and sprayed into space. He shook his head. The fog of sleep was lifting. He looked at Gohan again. He sniffed the air. He said, Gohan powered down instantly. To his knees. Affected. Beerus looked down at his chest. Black lines were flying. He was awake. His energy was flowing. But he felt the soreness. Dr. Shin was standing nervously in the corner. Beerus narrowed his eyes. He said, Shin, you got hurt again, didn't you? You weak little link. You almost got me killed. Shin bowed. He said, I am sorry, my lord. It was a trap. Kamba sent a clone. Gohan saved us. Beerus huffed. He stood up. He cracked his neck. He felt the lingering cold of the void energy in his veins. He was angry. He was very angry. He walked out of the ruined cave. He looked at the black grass. He looked at the destruction of his sacred world. His ears twitched. He said, Kamba.
There's no place for weaklings.
He dares to touch my planet. He dares to poison me in my sleep. Goku and Vegeta flew back down. They saw Beerus was awake. Goku waved. He said, You're Beerus. You're awake. You look pretty scary for a second there. Vegeta bowed slightly. He respected the hierarchy. Beerus ignored them. He looked up at the sky. He looked toward the direction of the Grand Priest's palace. He said, Whis, where are you? A hologram appeared in the air. It was Whis. He was in the travel cube. He looked relieved. He said, Oh Lord Beerus, you are awake. That is wonderful news. I felt your energy spike. I was worried. Beerus said, Shut up and come pick us up. I am going to destroy Kamba myself. I'm going to dust. Then I am going to turn the dust into nothing. We're Beerus, we need a plan. Kamba is not just attacking. So he could take you out. He knows that if you die, the angels stop working. He is trying to remove the pieces from the board. His chest. Make a sarcastic. A look of acknowledgement. Beerus said, It is a war, and I am done sleeping. It landed freedom. Stepped out. He tapped his head on the ground. Magic was in the area. The grass turned green again. The trees fixed up. He said, "Let us go to tomorrow before we discuss the end of the world. Shall we?" The Grand Priest's voice came through Wiss's staff. He said, "I am glad you are with us. The situation is critical. But while you were fighting, a man appeared with a spear in the air. It showed the three pieces in the center. Of infinity planets. He is not just turning them into weapons. He is so the lines connected. He said it's a formation, and he is building a giant array. What is he trying to get? He is not. He is trying to summon something. The web is a big from the original to our reality. He wants to merge the cancel each other.
Descend now!
Said Zero.
Descend now! Descend now!
So we have to break the web. We have to break
Farewell! Rest now, warrior.
the web himself. He is located in the deep void. To reach him, you must break through his three generals.
Worthless.
Guarding the three
Worthless.
of the web. Happened within
Worthless.
three planets. One was the Grand Priest said, the Ice Planet is guarded by the Void Dragon. The Fire Planet is guarded by the Void Phoenix. And the Storm Planet is guarded by the Void Golem. You must split into 3 teams. Destroy the Guardians. Break the anchors. Then the path to Kamba will be open. Beerus stepped forward. He said, I will take the Fire Planet. I am feeling cold. I want to burn something. Vegeta said, I will go with you. I want to see a god of destruction work. Maybe I can learn something. Goku raised his hand. He said, I want the Storm Planet. Storms are fun. Broly looked at Goku. He grunted. He pointed at Goku. He wanted to go with him. Goku smiled. He said, cool. Me and Broly on Team Storm. Gohan looked at the map. That left the Ice Planet. The Void Dragon. Gohan felt a strange pull toward it. His dragon mark was pulsing. He said, I will take the Ice Planet. We said, excellent. I will take Gohan. Shin and Kibito will accompany Lord Beerus and Vegeta. Chili and Lemon will stay here where it is safe. We move out immediately. There is no time to rest. The web is 80% complete. Once it hits 100%, it collapses. Beerus looked at his team. He looked at the heroes. He said, listen up. No holding back. No mercy. If you see Crystal, break it. If you see Void, burn it. Today we remind the multiverse why they fear the name Destroyer. They split up. Whisked 3 different colors. They shot up into the sky. They separated. They flew toward the corners of the universe. Gohan watched the stars fly by inside the travel beam. He felt the cold creeping into his bones again. He was going to the Ice Planet. He knew that the Void Dragon would be strong, but he wasn't afraid. He touched the mark on his chest. He thought about his family on Earth. He thought about Piccolo. He thought about the trust Beerus had shown him. Gohan closed his eyes. He started to meditate. He needed to be ready. The beam landed. Gohan and Whis stepped out. The cold was instant. It was not normal cold. It was absolute zero. The air was frozen solid.
Sure would be nice to have some competition.
As the air molecules couldn't move. The ground was made of blue ice that was harder than steel. The sky was white. Snow was falling, but the snow was made of sharp crystal flakes. Gohan shivered. He flared his aura just to keep warm, and Whis did not shiver. He had his angel ring active. Whis said, "Welcome to planet Glaciers. It used to be a water world. Now it is too. The anchor is located at the North Pole." They flew across the frozen wasteland. Below them, they saw frozen oceans. They saw giant frozen waves that were stuck in time. They saw cities trapped under the ice. It was a dead world. As they got closer to the pole, they saw it. The anchor